Hey, good morning. I'm Vic Senese, and this is UroNurse News for August 25th. Today, we're talking about a serious and surprising health risk. New research shows that chemicals in U.S. drinking water, including plastic processing waste, arsenic, and PFAS, are linked to bladder cancer, prostate cancer, and kidney stones. First, plastics. A Case Western Reserve University study found that bladder cancer incidence in Ohio was significantly linked to plastic processing waste. Ohio, a major plastics manufacturing hub, showed higher cancer rates in areas with greater chemical exposure. Researchers warn rising environmental plastic exposure could be a new cancer risk factor. Next, arsenic. A University of Washington study looked at nearly 2 decades of water and cancer data. They found that bladder and prostate cancer risk increased even at arsenic levels below the current EPA limit of 10 parts per billion. I'd like to see no parts per billion. Now, even safe arsenic levels were linked to cancer. The highest exposure group had about a 20% higher incidence of both cancers. Experts say the U.S. drinking water standard may not be strict enough. Now, what about that PFAS, the so-called forever chemicals? Probably heard the name, maybe the words, but PFAS stands for per and polyfluoroalkyl substances. They are large groups of human-made chemicals that have been in use since the 1940s. You know, when that Teflon nonstick pan came around, the strong carbon fluoride bonds in PFAS molecules make them extremely stable and resistant to breaking down, which means they can persist in the environment and in the human body for a very long time, earning their nickname, the forever chemicals. A Stanford medicine team studied over 2,000 U.S. counties and found that detectable PFAS in public water was linked to higher bladder and kidney cancer rates. Now, people wonder why that might be, but if you take something in orally, it gets into your bloodstream, which is then purified by your kidneys and concentrated in your bladder. So all those PFASs are going to be more concentrated in organs like the kidney and bladder. Makes sense. Now, some of these chemicals boosted bladder cancer incidence by as much as 8%. Researchers say we need urgent actions to limit PFAS exposure from municipal water sources. Finally, kidney stones. A UCSF study found that people living in a high water contamination area were more likely to have recurring stones, multiple stones, and greater stone burden. The data also showed higher rates among Hispanic and Latino populations, pointing to possible health disparities. Now, experts say these findings are a wake-up call. Carcinogens aren't just in cigarettes or industrial sites. They can be in our everyday environment, including the water from your tap. Ongoing research will be key to setting stronger safety standards and protecting our public health. Now, hey, could something as common as a urinary tract infection put your heart or even your brain at risk? Tune in tomorrow at UroNurse News. I'm breaking down the surprising research linking UTIs to heart attacks and strokes, and why the first 7 days after infection may be the most dangerous. I'm Vic Senese. Thanks for watching UroNurse News. If you found this important, like, share, and subscribe, and stay informed about the latest in urology and public health.
From bladder to prostate, we've got your back. UroNurse News, we're on the right track.